Hello Facebook ads people, I'm Konstantinos, and today we have another case study. So one of the reasons that I upload those is so that I can show, of course, I need to have them for my personal archive because the time passes by, I'm working and I'm not even saving all of this. So with these YouTube videos I will be able to keep them also so that you can see what are the possibilities with accounts and how we are scaling them, and just a little bit of context about this company is that they have two accounts. One is in the UK, one is in the United States. I'm going to show you the results. I started working with them on September, October and November, so we have 3 months, and it's a good case study because it's 3 months long. You're going to see how we scaled, how the ROAS dropped, of course, because they had higher ROAS and the ROAS dropped after that. What are the break-even ROAS of the company? How we were able to actually go from, they were doing 1.2 million on September. With the help of Facebook ads, they reached to 2.1 on October, and now on Black Friday we did 3.5, and I'm guessing that most probably we will be around 2.5 million. By the way, their goal for Black Friday was 2.5 million, so we exceeded that by 1 million for 3.5, and now in Christmas period I guess that I will be able to go to 2.5 million, but I wanted to do this case study so that I can show you how it went, and also in order to prove, because I'm always looking for very good accounts to work with, that if you have a good account we can cooperate together and we can have some very good results. So let's go straight to my PC so that I can show you the case study. It's 2 ad accounts, and I will see you there. Okay, so we're at my PC. I'm going to show you both of the ad accounts, one for United States, one for United Kingdom. First we started with United States, then we moved to United Kingdom, and let's see the results together. So what we're having here is the results. I'm starting on September over here. What we spent on September is 57k with 9.06 ROAS. Of course this account was doing some basic stuff like some retargeting here and there, not a lot of things. The numbers that I mentioned earlier is for the United States account, the 3.5 million on the Black Friday. I started first of all with Advantage Plus, okay, because the Advantage Plus was something that I could use here. I started with Advantage Plus. I also started using a lot of my crazy method for the ads that I have already seen in the ad account working, so that I could scale them more. Another thing that I started using is post IDs. All the things that I'm teaching in the channel, these are the things that I started using here. And I could tell you that I was having some very good results. And of course, this is an account that has a very good average order value, as you can see. It's in the niche of the interior design, and the fluctuation between the return on ad spend from time to time, it can vary a lot. For example, we might have one order because they're buying it based on the square meter, okay, so they can buy something which is very small and you can have 0.08 ROAS, or they can buy sample, and then they can buy something which is big, so you can go to 20 ROAS, for example, with one sale. So here we are having a very good average order value, which is also something that we are teaching to our course, and we are always talking about average order value and how important this is for ad accounts. Break-even return on ad spend on this ad account is actually on, I believe it's 4.5. So we are going to scale with this company up to the point of reaching 5 or 6. Okay, because this is also the growth that they're taking new clients that they're going to convert later. Another thing that I want to show you here is that on September we were having 57k spent with 9.06. Then on October we did a first scaling to 87k by keeping kind of the same ROAS, 8.68. Here we are having a much more aggressive scaling with campaigns that they have worked to duplicating them to run with bigger budgets, doing optimization, watching the results on the last 7 days. Of course, higher budget Advantage Plus campaigns, but the most important key here is this. We were using different creatives. So every week we were having new creatives. We have analyzed in the channel again and again that when you cannot scale with campaigns, because I could see that I was scaling with my methods, but the ROAS were dropping. The only way for you to scale efficiently by maintaining the same ROAS is when you are going to be able to run campaigns but with different creatives. Why? Because you are entering the market from different entry points, penetration to the niche from different entry points. For example, in the interior design, let's say that you're showing an office, you're showing a hotel for the hotel owners, you're showing a house, or you're showing a house that you have on the beach. So you're having all of these options for people for their different houses or for their office or for whatever, in order to be able to be inspired and use it so that you can have more sales from different angles. And this is what we have done over here. We used more creatives. And of course, by using also different strategies and different creatives, this is a combination. And now we go to the last month of the case study, because I'm working only for 3 months with them. So in the Black Friday, we did 6.41 ROAS, but we scaled to 130K. And of course, we are having a very good revenue out of that. We did almost, we did 840K. That being said, I need to tell you that based on third-party apps, we could see that we were having more and more sales. The most important thing that I want to point out here is this. We managed, because they have also a sample policy, you can buy a sample so that you can see the product, and then you can buy by square meter in this specific case. What I have seen is that every month we were increasing the number of the people that they're actually buying samples. So we started from 100 samples, and in the Black Friday period we sold also 1000 samples. This is revenue which is going to come later. From the data that the company has, these people convert in a period of 60 days. So this is, for us, it's impossible to capture all the sales. So I know that by scaling this company to spending 130K, and with the revenue that we see here, the actual revenue that they are getting out of this and from the samples that we're not able to capture on our Facebook ads, but we're able to capture with third-party apps like Triple Whale, I could tell you that this is the reason that we reached the 3.5 million. Of course, they were running also Google Ads, but the Google Ads, after I started scaling, because their Google Ads were stable, they couldn't scale them. After I started scaling Facebook, they started scaling also their Google Ads, and they did also email marketing and SMS marketing on top of that. But yeah, this is a success story over here. We're doing pretty well with the 6.4 on the Black Friday period. The Triple Whale actually reported much more, which is kind of awkward, because most of the cases the Triple Whale it's actually reporting less in some cases in some other accounts, but here because of the 7 days attribution, we're not able to capture all the sales because people are converting later. As you can see, there are some sales with high average order value. Another thing that I want to show you is their UK account, which actually started on September. I didn't have the account. They were just running a retargeting campaign over here. But after the September working with them, they also considered giving me the UK account to work with. They were having 18.9 ROAS, some crazy numbers, so this is not even scaled. By the way, if you're having one account that's spending 7K and you're having 18 or 19 ROAS, don't be happy with that. It means that you're leaving money on the table. You should scale it. So the next month, I'm coming on October, and I'm doing 19K instead of the 7K that they're spending, or 19.5K with 16 ROAS. And on November, because I'm running this for 2 months, I did 53K over here with 9 ROAS. Super big growth. Actually, they told me to stop spending so much over there because they couldn't actually support the orders and everything, so I had to slow down. I would be able to spend even more over here. Let's recap a little bit and let's discuss on what we see here. So first of all, you can scale by using different methods, but you should also scale to bigger numbers like 100K plus in your ad accounts with creatives. Second thing, don't be afraid of dropping the ROAS if the volume is there for you to be able to get more sales in the future, because this is something that is building your future scaling. Third thing, and someone might say that, yes, you're saying that because you're lowering the ROAS while you're scaling. Everybody can do that. I can tell you that two agencies tried before me, and when they were trying to scale, the ROAS were dropping super low. Why? Because they were using consolidation, okay? They were trying to scale with one campaign that was having one ad set with 5K. spending per day. So what I have done is a very complex way of a lot of campaigns, a lot of different strategies, a lot of creatives and all of that. And of course they helped a lot with the creatives because I'm not providing creatives. But the point here is that if you want to actually scale an account, you need to do a lot of different methods and see what is working there. And this is why we're showing so many different methods in our channel. They're super happy. I'm super happy. This is why I show it as a case study. Don't expect to see 19 ROAS and 200k, 300k spend. The ROAS is going to drop. But the point is that for someone who is actually experienced and it's an e-commerce store owner, that over here we are having a scaling and we're having also a discussion with the owner on what is the suitable ROAS that they want to see when they're scaling, because there's no scaling and keeping the same ROAS. Last note, when you are having accounts that are having big ROAS like 10, 15 ROAS and stuff like that, the fluctuation between the days, it's going to be completely different. You might see one day with 12, one day with 20, one day with 13, one day with 70. So as soon as you're starting to scale, then you're going lower to the ROAS and you're able to stabilize in a number like 6, 7, 8, something like that. And of course, it has to make sense also with the company, but I can tell you that they were extremely profitable, but this doesn't mean that they were making the money that they could. Because if you're spending 7k and you're having 20 ROAS, it's better for you to spend 100k and having 7 ROAS. Okay, you're going to have more revenue, you're going to have more customers coming, and so on and so on. So that was the case study. I hope that you really liked it. These case studies are not here to, okay, it's a little bit about flexing, but it's not about feel bad about your account if you're not having these numbers and stuff. These companies, they also didn't start with these high numbers. But it's also here to show the possibilities that we can have when a company is actually working and it's actually having a good concept. And don't forget that if you want to learn more about Facebook ads, you can check my book or my free course. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.